Make the strings louder.
Sure, it was warm today. Stop. What's up, man? Focus fast enough?
Seems like it's kind of being lazy. Ronnie, what are you doing?
Oh, training service.
Good. All right, guys. So, welcome back to MotionAutoTv. We are back from SEMA. I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing SEMA stuff. Actually, I feel like I didn't do a whole lot of stuff when we were out there. But we're back at the shop in Colorado, and we have some things to do. So my brother's doing a tranny service on the wrecked Ram rebuild, yeah?
Yep.
So that's what he's doing today. We got to work on Ty's Saab a little bit later. We might take the Civic for a rip, because I missed that thing, right?
It's been a while.
I mean, it has been a little bit of a while. But, so we need to basically start talking about, I guess, the future of some builds that have been sitting around for a little while. And as you guys know, Cleetus and Cars is coming up, and kind of the plan was with the last time was, when we went down there, we're super bummed because we did not have a burnout car. And as you guys, I don't know who remembers this. This is Tricky Vicky. This is, or that's what we're calling it now. That's the new name. So this is the burnout car that we actually did. I think it was like almost 3 years ago with Haggard Garage when they were still a thing. And we did a burnout. It was basically a 1-minute burnout challenge on January 1st. And the car to do like the best 1-minute burnout did that. So this thing got really hot when it was doing that. If you guys don't remember this whole project, it's a 2008 Crown Vic. It is a P71, so it was a police car. It was painted yellow, and then they actually painted it orange. So it was black, yellow, and orange. So it was a police car. Then it was a taxi. Then it was another taxi painted with this style. So as you can see right there is an intercooler in there. And up underneath this, the back side of it, right in here, where that big oil spot is actually a turbo off of a 7.3 Power Stroke. So I think the head gasket's blown. When Rice from Miata was in town and he drove the Civic, after we did that, he did drive the Crown Vic and we did do a burnout. But I think it needs a battery. I think the Mustang needs a battery too. This is another thing we need to talk about, kind of the potential of ideas with. But we're gonna get the Crown Vic fired up, try to diagnose some stuff on it, see what's running weird, maybe hook up the laptop to the HP tuners, and I gotta get the key out, take a look at this bad. Well, I know the battery isn't gonna work. I don't think there's even a battery in it, but if we could get her fired up, we're gonna do some cool stuff. Yeah, no battery. Let me go see if I have one. Yeah, you can see, got all the charge piping. I've upgraded MAF sensor. We have a blow-off valve over there coming over the strut tower. So this thing, it did some cool stuff.
70 pounds?
Yeah, it has 160 pound injectors in it. What about the WX? What are we gonna do with that?
Oh, there's plans.
Plans for that. Also, if you guys want some secret behind the scenes, never before seen content. Actually, we're talking about doing a podcast. We did set up a Patreon account. The link is in the description. And I think like when we get to our, what is the limit? 200 patrons?
We're gonna do when we get to 100 patrons, we're gonna do the first podcast.
First podcast off of our iPhone, okay? And then once we'll
figure it out. We're still gonna do it with like mics and stuff, but
we're not gonna go out and spend $1,000 on a podcast setup when we only have like freaking 100 patrons. But the idea behind the whole patron thing is, the ad rev on YouTube is freaking up and down, and it's all around. And it'd be nice to kind of give you guys a different outlet to give you more behind the scenes content. And we're actually talking about doing the CRX build kind of as a Patreon exclusive. So if you guys are interested in seeing Ty's CRX, the KCRX get built kind of exclusively, I mean, there's gonna be some videos on here too, but patrons gonna see it before anybody else, and we're gonna start that at 500 patrons a month. So that's kind of the plan. We have a stack of batteries right here. I don't know if any of them are actually any good. We could probably take a core and go buy a new one though. I mean, this is freaking sick. This is a Power Stroke battery. I mean, it might actually freaking work.
Try to grab it.
Ouch.
I told you it was gonna fail. I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, but I asked you to hold it.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh.
Well, you said oh, because it was holding itself.
Yeah, and I was like, that's probably gonna fall, and it fell.
Alright. I think it's gonna fire.
Do I put the jump pack on top of it? It ain't gonna fire up.
Oh,
Want to take bets?
$3.
Ad break. Leave your bets in the comments. That doesn't sound strong. Oh, bud, that sounds cherry.
Yeah, but I mean, we got like 10 of them right here that could potentially work. This one might work. I mean, it was still starting my truck. Was one of them, and maybe this was the bad one. Maybe this is the good one. All right, last try. We're gonna go get it. Getting a little nipply out here.
It is.
Wish I had my boost weather hoodie, and I'm assuming you guys probably wish you had yours too, but you're gonna have a chance. Friday, we're doing new merch drop.
And when there's new merch drops, I think you know what that means. Alright, let's see if it starts. This one's even more dead than the last one.
I thought that was the bad one in my truck. So one battery was starting my truck. That's tight though. Now freaking Tricky Vicky gets a new battery, and we saved like freaking $50. Probably tighten that down.
RAM update. Alright, boy, how's it going?
Alright, I'm a bit irritated, but
You're making all kinds of messes, bud.
I think we need to. It's just crazy how good these things drive. How it is. Got like a lens flare thing on it. Alright, so this one of the reasons we haven't really done much with this thing is because there's concerns of a blown head gasket. When you rev it, like the coolant hose like expands. So I don't know. I'm gonna rev it and see. I think it was this one and then the hose in the back, and it has coolant in it. And it's not like like not doing a bunch of crazy stuff. This is actually an aluminum block engine, aluminum block, aluminum head. It's actually out of a was it an 03 or an 04 Mercury Mountaineer? So it's like super rare to have an aluminum block 4.6 technically, but it's just crazy like how much we beat on this thing and like listen to it. It just sounds. Letting this thing warm up, and you can kind of hear a little bit of like a little bit of a mess. That could be because I washed it, but I think we're gonna go ahead and pull the coils that could be just because we just watered it, we washed it.
What do you think they're gonna think about your nose tamping?
Like it. Yeah, I probably need to just pull the plugs and that's missing decent. It runs freaking nice though. Like honestly, I'd daily this son. Like they're just such good driving cars.
How about shine your flashlight again? Get a cap. I still pull a thermostat though.
I mean, it could need a cap.
There's more caps.
So I think that's pretty much where we're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna pull this thing back in later tonight or probably tomorrow. Dave, where you been?
I mean, just blowing up magnums.
So Dave actually just got a $100 Dodge Magnum that he's actually gonna do a scat pack swap in. So
what it blow up?
and he tried doing some nitrous stuff today.
I sprayed all the nitrous at it.
He put like he stole my bottle of nitrous, put like 100.
Whatever
it's probably like
inch line is,
yeah,
that shot
all the way to it. So if you guys haven't been wondering what Dave's doing, he's got his own channel, Junkyard Dave. He's been kind of focusing on that, but he's around every now and then, just not as much as he was. Yeah, so need to do some diagnostic stuff on this, do a compression test, and he thinks we need to do head gasket head studs.
I mean, if you want a good premium Cleetus burn-off car, this thing needs head gasket studs and a tune.
And maybe like a big old giant
and a thermostat removed. And
yeah, I'll probably take out the thermostat.
Like the killer of Cleetus cars.
I mean, this thing would be sick. So, again, like, need to kind of figure it out exactly what it is. I mean, we might just end up pulling the heads, make sure there's not like a cracked ringland, but compression test will do that. But that's probably going to be the next video you guys are going to see with this thing. We're going to go ahead and get Ty's Saab pulled in here real quick just because he has some crazy wheel bearing issue. So we're going to swap the brakes off of my Aero parts car and wheel bearings and all that stuff. So he's actually going to do a big brake setup on that. So we're going to pull that thing in and maybe start on that. All right, Trev, what's going on here? Secret
this?
sauce.
What is this thing? So we are actually swapping out my brakes to Trevor had a set of arrows on there, so they're quite a bit bigger. My wheel bearings were starting to go out and need brakes and everything, so we figured it'd be a good time to swap them out to the big brakes. And so those are, you guys can see the difference. There's those compared to these. So it's a little bit better braking. We did do a stage 2 tune on here, the Brew City Boost tune. So I think if I recall right, on the 2-liter with the stage 2, all it requires is the drop-in filter. So I just have the K&N on there right now. So the stock downpipe, cats, everything like that. They're rated somewhere, I think around, it's like 250, 260 horse or something like that. And a little bit more torque on there. So the brakes weren't the best anyways on the stock ones compared to the Arrows. So definitely wanted to swap those out. And since the wheel bearings were going bad, figured that this would be a perfect time to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we gotta go grab some more brake fluid. And my taxi's here. Woo! Are you my Uber Trevor? The big one?
I think 2 of the big ones.
By tonight?
By tonight.
2 of the big ones, right?
I mean, technically, you're not supposed to use like big ones forever. I mean, you're gonna use that anytime soon, so you might as well just get a little.
Get a little guy. I'm using a little more to top it off, so. I don't think so. Just ignorant.
I forgot. Like we've been driving around the truck and trailer like all week, and then you hop in this thing and it just goes places, you know. That's crazy.
Oh. blow it up?
I think so.
That sounds like it blew up.
Sounded like it blew it up, yeah.
Woo. This is like just first gear. Yeah, no oil. Woo. Every time.
That girl's like out in the middle of the street.
Huh?
The girl's like out in the middle of the street. What can we call? Who's at the shop?
Brandon? There's oil. Oh wait. Is it oil or tranny?
It's cold.
Tranny. Tranny fluid? Smells kind of like tranny fluid. Like synchro mesh.
All right. So that was pretty unexpected. That was pretty unexpected. Me and Ty just went to Walmart real quick to get a what do we even get?
Brake fluid.
Brake fluid for his car. Then we came back. We're ripping the Civic. We thought it was funny. It was cool. Did it again. It was in first, and I mean, look at that. At least the headlights look cool. Shout out to Performance Automotive Lighting.
When you're on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Yeah, I guess let's pop the hood and see what the hell's really going on.
Well, no oil in the front.
Oh wow.
What?
Hole in the block.
No.
Yep.
Another hole?
Round 3. Round 3.
Oh yeah, right there.
Fuck, man.
Well, it's different this time.
Different cylinder. It sounded like valve train shit.
Yeah. I mean, what'd you order it down to, like what, 82?
I mean, I don't even know if it was actually lowered. I don't think I ever connected
The pooter?
You know what it is?
Huh.
That's that cylinder with the valve spring.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
Think she dropped a homie
Yeah.
or something?
I guarantee it dropped a valve and freaking shattered everything in there. Shit. Well, I guess
Guess it's build season.
it's build season, I guess. Yeah, we were gonna go to Cleetus Cars and then Adams, so we gotta build it quick. We gotta build it within a month.
Yeah.
We gotta
Shit.
build it really quick, so. Alright, so I guess I know how it feels to be behind the Saab, because this is what everybody else on the street sees when they try to do a pull on me, because that thing's fast. But yeah, freaking getting towed back by the Saab. Looking in the engine bay, I'm pretty sure it's the cylinder that the valve spring or whatever was doing the weird stuff on, and basically I think it dropped a valve and then probably broke the piston and then did a bunch of stuff to the block. So we basically trashed another K24A2, which is silly. I need to quit doing this. But I said I wasn't going to put another stock one of these things back in here, so I guess that's kind of a good thing for you guys. I don't know how crazy this thing's going to escalate over the next couple of weeks, but we definitely have a lot of stuff to do. You guys probably can't see me. We'll talk more about it when we get back to the shop. Alright, so we just got back from our little journey to Walmart. Went ahead and threw Ty's Saab back together. It was just a super simple thing. We're like, alright, let's pull the Civic out, let it warm up, and take it to Walmart. And then, you know, we did a little pull, and we were laughing and giggling like little schoolgirls because it was dope to have it out again. And then, oh man, it was ripping again. But so I think what happened is we turned the little corner right there, and I thought it was in second because the tranny's geared so low. I thought it was in second, so I think I just stabbed it and like held it a little bit longer than I should, probably on the limiter that I don't think I turned down because I just don't think I ever connected the ECU back up to it and turned it down anymore. And looking at the back of the engine, it's that same hole that that the valve lash basically. So I think maybe what happened is it, like pretty much like every one of you guys said that commented on that video said that it kind of stretches the valve, or the keeper kind of sinks in the thing. It kind of mushrooms out. It could mushroom up into the head. Basically that valve was weak in one way or another, and we ended up, I'm assuming, dropping a valve and then shot a thing out of it because there's not a hole in the actual like oil pan. There's not oil slung everywhere like there was before. There is some in the back of the engine. Maybe I'll stick the camera down there in a second and show you guys. But I'm assuming dropped a valve, broke a piston, shot stuff out of the block that way. I'm a silly goose. I said that this engine we're not going to put another engine in here that's not built. So kind of the plan is we actually talked to a lot of really awesome companies at SEMA that are developing some new products for the K-Series specifically. And so we might have a solution, but it might take longer or shorter than we know. So it's already 6 o'clock here in Colorado, and so I guess we're gonna have to hop on the emails and see if we could get something going soon, because pretty much the Cleetus and Cars is
10 days, I think.
Less than that. It's the 20. It's the 23rd. Yeah.
It's a week. It's 10 days or something like that. Exactly.
10 days. Yeah.
And we gotta drive.
And we have to drive 28 hours. So that is that's kind of a bummer. I kind of hadn't. I don't know. It's kind of one of them stupid things. It was kind of like the car was running, and I kind of put it on the back burner. So honestly, I probably wouldn't have messed with it before we went down there, and so this would have probably happened down there and probably happened on the track, and or even before. Like we might have been unloaded it, and we would have just been sitting 28 hours away from Colorado with a broken freaking Civic. So sometimes these things happen for a reason. It's. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Saab has the new aero brakes on it. He took his wheel spacers off because it was wobbling a little bit. So went ahead took off the wheel spacers, and he still got the Hot Boy wheel spacers in the back. But gonna see if it vibrates a little bit less on the highway now, and then I think that's it. Yeah.
You got some big boy stopping power.
Oh yeah. I mean those are pretty big calipers compared to the other thing. Calipers on these are like twice the size. So. It looks lower in the front now too. What if the knuckle's lower because it's aero? Ty? It's crazy. So, I don't know. Silly goose.